What's going on, 49er faithful, 49er fam, 49er gang? This is your boy Niner Gang Podcast back in the building with another video. So definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on the post notifications so I can keep you up to date on any and everything San Francisco 49ers. With that being said, let's get right on into it. So this video right now, I know it's a little late for y'all on the East Coast, almost midnight, so everybody probably sleep over there. Our West Coast people, we still up. It's only 8:46. But this video right here is strictly based on the offensive line. Um, we are trying to understand if we've done enough to make sure that our quarterback is well protected. So technically speaking, we do have the full offensive line built outside of the right tackle spot. So basically, that's where we're looking to see an improvement, and we're looking to see who's going to be able to take that spot. Now, up front, the franchise has been very adamant that they have given the option to Colton McKivitz and that he's not going to be looking over his shoulder. It's his job to lose, all of those things. Now, that's all well and good, but Kyle, he likes to mix it up. He's going to, move that offensive line around and see what he can do. I don't really care for that because I'm one of those people where I'm all about continuity, and building that early so that way when you get into the season, you're not missing a step. And our offensive line last year had to kind of do that. They kept rotating Spencer Burford and Daniel Brunskill here and there, along with the fact that we had Jake Brendel as a new center. We had Aaron Banks as a new guard. So the only holdover really from our offensive line, technically speaking, was Trent Williams. But you could say Jake Brendel as well. But the thing is Brendel, this was Brendel's first year actually really starting, and we had to rely on him because we didn't really have any other options. But either way it goes, that definitely was the case. We were trying to make sure, give me just a quick moment. I'm gonna double check something real fast. Sorry, I gotta make sure. There we go. There's my guy. So to be able to, make sure that we talk about this and we dive as deep as we possibly can. I do have a guest. Once he's ready, he'll give me a thumbs up. He'll let me know. Everything should be good, but looks like he is ready. My dog 49er Media in the building. What's going on, Anshul?
What's up? Sorry about that. I think my internet just decided to cut out for a second right when
it happens, bro.
Start,
it happens. It happens ridiculously crazy, man. How you been?
Been busy, but it's kind of not super busy right now with the news, which kind of stinks a little bit, but it's gonna be ramping up a little bit more. So
yeah, man.
It'll be nice.
How's school going?
It's good. I mean, it's been busy, but I've been kind of just taking some more classes. So
what you doing? Trying to graduate early or something, man?
I mean, it's just more classes in terms of like learning more skills and stuff.
Okay.
Just to help, out with the work and add to my resume. So
I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it at all. So, we are talking about the O-line here. So I'm gonna keep it the same way I had it last time, where I talk about kind of the worst at first, because there's certain people we don't really care too much to know about, and or we know their bodies. We'll get to the best last, but let's talk about these nobodies first. So what do you know of Corey Luciano?
I honestly don't know too much about like any of the guys on the practice squad. I'm gonna be like, I know there's one of the dudes. I think he was like a tight end, and they ended up making him an offensive. I think it's Keith Ishmael. Honestly, all I know is he's been a journeyman. He was on the Commanders. But I don't really know too much about them.
Looks like he went to the University of Washington.
Yep.
Yeah. So, when we're talking about this stuff, everyone, just remember that we are definitely, we really are being truthful with you when we tell you we don't know about some of these people, because some of these guys literally are just camp bodies. They're not going to be anything. So we'll make that a part of it. Corey Luciano, camp body, right? Yeah. So
Yeah, I
see
mean
that
he's
right there?
center. Yeah, probably maybe practice squad, but yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. At this point.
that's the best case scenario. So
Yeah. That's usually how it works, man. You look at it and you try to figure things out and see what you got. So let's take a look here. We've got another guy here named Joey Fisher. Um, so he's a tackle. So that means he's definitely going to be trying to back up either Trent or possibly even Colton McKivitz.
well, I would actually disagree because I don't know if you saw, but Chris Forrester actually, when he was talking about him, said that he sees him as a guard in the NFL. So
Hey, you know what? If Chris Forrester sees him as a guard, then it is what it is. That's what he's going to be. Because guards typically are a little bit smaller,
mm,
a little bit shorter arms. You want your bookends to have long enough arms to be able to get their hands on people and not be getting beat very often. So, and then at the same time, just with the way that we work, man, it's insanity on uh, how we want our guys to be so ridiculously versatile. That's the
yeah,
main key here is that, usually when you're playing offensive line for the 49ers, they want you to know several positions, not just your own individual position. So that's understandable. But hey, if Forrester came out and said he sees him as a guard, then it's another guard. May back up Aaron Banks, may back up Spencer Burford. You never know. But young dude, relatively young, not a lot of time. I think he's a rookie. If not, he's probably only got maybe a year or two in the league. Not much when it comes down to it.
yeah,
Now we
he's
got
a
another
rookie.
guy. This a weird. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's a rookie.
Yeah, he's a rookie. So there you go. And now we've got another guy. This dude's name is weird as hell. His name is Elm Manning. So not related to Peyton or Eli, but yeah, that's basically what it is. Elm Manning. Um, Says he's 6'2", 23 years old, 294 pounds. He went to Hawaii for college. But yeah, that's definitely very odd name. I don't know where that comes from, but it says Elm. So I guess he went to Hawaii. He's a rookie. And this guy was a UDFA. We didn't draft this guy, so
No,
I don't know much about him. And you can't really get stats on
offensive.
an offensive lineman, because it's like the blocking grades are probably all you really get from them. You don't
Yeah.
actually get stats
And
from.
the thing is, with offensive line, you gotta just be able to watch the film because the thing is, you could go
Mhm.
to PFF, but they always look at Aaron Banks. Like if you go look at his PFF grade, PFF actually gives him a really bad grade, even though he wasn't that bad of a.
Aaron Banks actually was solid. Like I was disappointed because he didn't, we drafted him that
Yeah.
high and he didn't wind up cracking the starting lineup his first year. But the next year he came around, he was pretty
Mm,
solid. I didn't see too many negative things. I mean, it helps that you're standing next to Trent Williams and that's who you're playing with. So yes, it's going to make it a little bit easier on you. But at the same time, he still had to do his job. He still had to do, what he needed to do for the help of the offensive line. He didn't look so bad, but I don't, PFF is not a live or die thing for me because they're always going to be on some BS.
yeah.
They'll promote who they want to promote and make the stats look the way they want to look for whoever it is. So, we can move on from Elm Manning. Once again, no relation to Eli or Peyton, but I don't know, kind of weird. Just definitely oddball name. It didn't really necessarily say if he was a tackle or a guard, but either way, we are. Oh, guard. Okay, yeah, they've got him listed as a guard for us. Yeah. So we'll see what he has to offer, but I'm going to give him camp body. I
Yeah.
don't see him actually really truthfully making the squad or, pushing anyone for their spot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if he does, nice, but if not, it is what it is. Then we've got Alfredo Gutierrez. Now, Alfredo's been with us for the past couple of seasons. He came along on that program that the NFL had that basically kind of takes players from Mexico and brings them here and tries to help them transition and get into the NFL and get things going. But he's been here, man. But the crazy thing about it is he's all but non-existent. Every single year we hear about him, and it's only because of that program. But other than that, I have no idea why he's on the team. Like, it confuses me why you keep a guy for so many years. Like, it shouldn't take that long to develop a dude into a tackle or a guard. And with the size of Alfredo, he's got to be a tackle or a guard. He can't be he's too damn big to be a center.
Yeah.
I saw some highlights of him some years ago when we first picked him up, where he damn near pulled a Michael Orr and bull rushed somebody almost into another fucking stratosphere. But when you get to the NFL, it's different. These guys are quicker, faster, stronger, smarter. So you have to be ready for everything. He's a question mark for me and will continue to be one until I see them actually start to try to utilize him. But how do you feel about Alfredo?
Yeah, that's a guy that's so hard to tell what he actually like his developmental process has been like, because obviously it was through the Pathways program, and it's like we don't see a whole lot also in preseason. It's not like we try and he's always there when it's like the third string guys, like right near the end of the game. So you're not really seeing a ton of quality snaps from him, and you're not really completely seeing the whole picture of what he can and can't do. So I don't know. It's kind of interesting, but it seems like he probably I could picture. I would pencil him in definitely as a practice squad guy. But I get what you mean, Dion. It's just like we haven't. Why is this guy?
Yeah. Why? Like for me, it's a why is he here? Because we're not even trying to use him. And you're right. The thing is I'm sorry if I have a guy here and he's been here for a year and I'm redshirting him, I get it. But that next year, I need to figure out what the fuck this dude is. I need to see if he's made any improvements. I need to see if he's picked up on what I'm trying to teach him. I need to see that on the field. And it's not going to be on a practice field where I'm going to see that. I'm going to see that in real time. Because some people really are shitty at practice and great at the game. And some people are great at practice and shitty at the game. These are facts. This happens. So for me, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, I don't really know what he is, and I don't know if I'm ever going to find out until they actually give him a shot and put him on the field, and we can actually analyze what he does. But either way, Gutierrez is here. Do see him probably making at least practice squad again. Yeah. They've been able to stash him there, and use that as a safe haven for him, and haven't had to move off of him. The nice thing for him is he gets to stay in California and he gets to make himself a nice little bit of change. It may not be, in the millions of dollars, but hey, shit, it is what it is, right? So the next guy we're going to talk about is the guy you were talking about a little bit earlier, Keith Ismail. You said you know a little bit about him. What do you know of him?
I just know he was with the Washington Commanders a few years ago. Mm-hmm. He's definitely a guard. Again, he's a guy that they've just been having on the practice squad. The thing with the practice squad guys is I feel like you can kind of, if there's a guy that's been making it, I feel like he's probably going to make it. The only way he does not make it is if it's an injury or it's just somehow somebody straight up outbeats him. But the thing is, if you're already on the practice squad and you're, going to already be in the system, I obviously think that you have a upper hand, even though you're a practice squad guy. So I think he'll probably just be a practice squad guy.
Yeah, me too. It does have him listed as a center. It honestly, with the center situation, I don't think that he's going to beat out anybody. He probably will wind up on the practice squad. I got to agree with that. And it's nothing against the guy. It kind of is what it is. You know what I'm saying? 6'3", 310 pounds. That's a very good size for a center. You know what I mean? But he's been here a couple of years, and some of these guys just kind of hang around because maybe Kyle's nice, and he's just like, it's all right, man. Don't worry about it. You don't have to go anywhere. We'll let you hang out. You know what I mean? It was almost like Dante Johnson for the last couple of years. That motherfucker wouldn't go away, and now he finally went away. So we finally found a cure for that disease. Because as a lot of people would give him praise, but my thing is Dante Johnson ain't doing nothing in the league, and he ain't out there making nothing happen. Okay, so he can play nickel, he can play outside, and he can play safety. Well, what the fucking do? Does he do anything in any of those positions? Does he actually make an impact where we say we can't win without this guy? No, he does not. So if you're there and you don't really do much, but you have the versatility, helps with the longevity of a career to an extent, but doesn't really do much for you. Just got to hope you're smart and make sure that, you don't screw off the money that you make. So the next guy on the list we're going to talk about is Jason Poe.
Ooh, I
Mr.
like
Do It
this one.
All.
I like this one,
Yeah,
Mr. Fullback.
everybody likes Jason Poe. We all seen that he is one of the most versatile offensive linemen in the league. He can play tight end. He can play offensive line. He can do a variety of things. He
Yep.
can play several positions. So he's valuable in that aspect. But the thing is he hasn't cracked that starting lineup or even cracked the actual, everyday roster.
Mhm.
He's back for another year. I hope that they give him enough time and give him a chance to see what he has to offer and what he can bring to the table. As far as the offensive line is concerned, how do you feel about him?
Yeah, it's a tough one because the thing is going into the offseason, I was like, I really think he could fight for a roster spot. But then the thing is, you have a guy like John Feliciano, who they obviously brought in from the Giants. So I
What's
don't
going
really
on,
know
Beto? Hey, the
what
link is in
the
the Twitter chat, man. If you want to come through, bro.
Yeah, but honestly, I don't know. I would be happy if he made the roster for sure. He
Hmm.
has the versatility, which of course the 49ers love. Um, but just because he doesn't really offer that tackle spot, probably doesn't make it. If I was saying it now, like I said, I think early on I said possibly he could make this. I think there's a higher chance he makes this roster, but right now I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think he makes the actual active roster. I think he winds up probably getting stashed on the practice squad. His versatility will lend him, will give him a little bit more of a leash, so to speak, to be able to do what he's got to do. But yeah, I have to agree. Probably practice squad for him. You just don't see too many cats doing things. Now, the next guy up that we're going to talk about is Nick Zakel, center. And from what I hear, pretty much slated to be the backup center. 49ers actually really like this guy. They love his versatility. They love what he can do. I think he can play center and guard.
Yep.
Um, and I've been hearing nothing but good things about him from the franchise. So you let me know how you feel about him. He, God damn, he just finished a 2-hour live on his
Jeez.
channel. He's giving his voice a rest, but he'll be active in the chat. Jesus Christ, bro, you went for 2 straight hours. You know what? I think I've done that maybe once or twice,
Yeah.
but it I go off the rails. I'm not gonna stick to football. I'm gonna throw a
Mm.
bunch of other shit in there if I stick around for that long. But how do you feel about Nick Sakel, man?
Yeah, actually, the thing is, like, I think I don't know if this was the show that one of the shows we did together on, with Brandon and stuff, but I think we talked about it. And I remember saying like Nick Zakel is a guy that might be a little bit of a breakout candidate or something.
Yeah.
Um, or at least have a role. And the thing is, I really want to see what this kid can do because obviously, like you said, Dion, that they spoke very highly of him.
Hmm.
Especially Adam Peters. I remember right after the draft, he said it. They were on their radar for. I mean, not just the year he was in the draft. They had
Hmm.
him on the radar. Even seasons before that. So I really want to see what he can do. He's definitely an inside guy. Like you said, I think he's that backup center guy. So hopefully we see something that flashes with him. Of course, the Niners love to redshirt guys, so I'm not surprised we didn't see him.
Hmm.
At all. I mean, he was inactive pretty much every single week, except I think maybe 1 week. So, um, yeah, I'm interested to see though what Nick Zakel can do. I mean, that's somebody I'm definitely watching for in camp.
Oh yeah, awesome, awesome. So next guy up on the list is John Feliciano. Now this guy has been talking a whole lot of shit, um, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I'm just saying he's been talking a whole lot of shit, like he about to come in and steal somebody's
Yeah,
spot on the O line. Like he's not playing. He did. His idea is I didn't come here to be nobody's goddamn backup. I came here to start. So you appreciate that from a
yeah,
person. You really do. You want somebody that's there to say, "Hey, I'm going to start, and that's what I'm going to fucking do." Like there's nothing that's going to stop me. So you appreciate that because you know they're coming in with a good work ethic and the mindset to
yeah.
be a winner. I don't know how true how that's going to hold up or how true that's going to be. We can only wait until training camp and see. But he is a journeyman. He's been on a few different teams. But the 49ers loved his versatility on the O line for him being able to play multiple positions. as I alluded to earlier with, Kyle and Forrester. They want you to be able to do that. So how you feeling about Mr. Feliciano and his very boisterous words?
Yeah, I mean, I love that confidence with them. He's like you said, just he's not coming here to just try and be a backup. He's fighting for a spot, and when you have a guy that's motivated, that's really good. And competition usually brings the best out of people, even if the Niners don't think it's a competition or we don't think it's a competition. Because even Spencer Burford, like I don't want to get too much into him because I'm sure we'll talk about him
Mm-hmm.
too probably right after this one, but like he's bulked up too. Um, and so, obviously, yes, John Feliciano is a veteran, but it is a bit of a, change in terms of, learning the offense. And, obviously the quarterback situation too. So, um, I think right now though, I really see him as a Brunskill, guy, a guy who, if need be, he can
Swiss
play.
Army knife.
Yeah, he can play pretty much everywhere on the offensive line. So
And that will solidify you a spot here, guaranteed. You will be here because Daniel Brunskill was here for several years. I think we got him out of the AAF or
no,
USFL, something. He was in one of like the off-brand leagues,
yeah, because
and
he
that's
came
where he
out of
came from.
like San Diego
San Diego
State.
State, I
Yeah,
believe, yeah.
yeah, and
But
then
he was in one of those leagues,
yeah,
so we picked him up, and he hung out with us because of his versatility. I hated him at center. I thought he was fucking trash. But
God, I
at
hated
guard or
him at
tackle, he
center last year during the
at guard or
throws.
tackle he did a good
Yeah,
job. But at center, I don't know what the fuck was going on, but that was it was horrible. Um, but moving on, we got another new dude in the building. His name is Leroy Watson. He's been in the league for at least a year. I'm not sure who he was with previously, but it says he's been in the league for at least a year. He's 6'5", 311. So I don't really know much about Leroy Watson, but it looks like with his size and his height, he's probably slated to be either a tackle or a guard. He's too big to be a fucking center. But I'm probably going to say he's most likely a guard. It seems like the 49ers like to list everybody as a damn guard rather than as a tackle.
yeah.
But what do you know of Mr. Leroy Watson?
Yeah, so this is a guy that I could definitely see on the practice squad being a developmental guy because the thing is, he actually played tight end
Oh,
before being
okay.
offensive line
Oh,
at
that's the dude you were alluding to earlier.
UTSA. So it's kind of interesting to see. I don't really think he's gonna be having a spot on the active roster, but like I said, I think that there's a guy that they're just gonna have on the practice squad.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Don't know much about him. Haven't heard much about him. And a lot of times you hear these names, you're like, who the fuck are these people? So we're gonna go to another. Who the fuck is this guy? Matt Pryor. Now Matt Pryor's offensive lineman. He's been in the league for 6 years. Looks like he last suited up with the Colts based off of the uniform that they have on 49ers.com. 6'7", 332 pounds. 28 years old. So, that definitely, if you've been in the league 6 years, what I'm saying, that means you're a journeyman. You've at least had enough time to be able to figure things out. So I feel like this guy's probably going to be, just another camp body. I'm sorry. I don't, even though you have the 6 years in the league, it's hard to make this team unless you just like show up and show out when it comes to this offensive line. Forrester and Kyle are pretty particular and very picky about the guys that they bring in, and if you don't show them the versatility that they're looking for, believe you me, you'll be gone very quickly. So, what do you think of Matt Pryor?
I actually kind of disagree with you because I actually think he will make the roster. Because the
Oh,
thing is, I feel like if Chris Forrester, right, I believe he's definitely been like the guy for the offensive line in this regime, and I think probably Chris Forrester probably had something to say about this signing, so I'm sure he sees something. I get that he's a journeyman, so I'm not gonna say there's 100% chance that he does end up showing something with the 49ers because it's always a toss up, but I just kind of get that feeling that they probably saw something in him, and I think he'll probably make this roster.
all
Um,
right.
especially if Mister um what's his name, the guy we drafted a few years ago, Jalen Moore, right?
Yeah. We'll
Yeah,
get to
yeah.
him. He's
If
actually up next.
Jalen Moore doesn't show, I definitely could see this guy making it over him. So
Okay. Yeah, Beto agrees with you. He said he will see him as he would like to see him as backup. And that transitioning into it, Jalen Moore. Jalen Moore has been here for a couple of years. I believe he's played guard, he's played tackle, but he's never really found a solidified spot. And at this point, honestly, I think this is a make or break year for him, at least in my eyes, because he's been here for a couple of years and they picked up several other offensive linemen. My thing is, I always think that if they feel they have enough faith in you, then they're not going to pick up certain dudes to try to replace you. And Jalen Moore has been very quiet. You haven't heard a lot about him. You haven't heard the coaches talk a lot about him. Hell, the media doesn't even ask about him at all. You know he exists, but you just kind of wonder, like, damn, what haven't you done, in all this time that you've been here to put yourself in this position? But Beto in there with the shit, man. He said Jalen Moore kick rocks. And to be honest with you, I'm saying he might just wind up kicking rocks just due to the fact that it is what it is. So, how you feeling about Jalen Moore?
yeah, I'm not feeling great about it either. Cause the thing is, last year when I did my like roster predictions, I actually
Mm-hmm.
didn't think he was gonna make this roster,
Mm-hmm.
and so I'm still going by that. Cause like you said, we just haven't heard anything. And yeah, we had a guy like Aaron Banks his rookie year. We didn't really hear too much about him, but we did hear a little bit about him. At
Yeah.
least we just haven't heard a single thing about Jalen Moore. And like you said, he hasn't showed for anything, so I don't see him making the roster. So
All right. Well, we move off of Jalen Moore. Now we're getting into basically the starters. Hey, what's going on, Bashar?
what's up,
Hey,
Bashar?
man, if you're not tired and you got time, come through, hang out with us, man. You know what I'm saying? Just look into the chat that we got on Twitter, the podcast chat thingy, and the links in there if you feel you're okay to come through. But yeah, man, Jake Brindle. Hey, what's going on, Dave?
What's up,
Jake
Dave?
Brindle has been fairly good to us. He wound up playing center for us all last year. But the unfortunate thing is that he wound up being the league leader in penalties for illegal man downfield. So we've been trying to die like all year long. I'm screaming at this motherfucker, stay your big ass where you need to be. You too damn big to be. Why you want to be 40 yards downfield? Offensive linemen don't want to run that goddamn far. They will lead a running back only so far. But after that, they start walking off. They move off to the side. They kind of try to turn their guys so they don't have to keep running. You know why? Because they're fucking huge.
Yep.
Most of these offensive linemen are either almost at 300 pounds or above it. Nobody 300 pounds was to run for 40 motherfucking yards. So I love what he did, as far as him starting to picking up the offense and whatnot. He's got to get better at his protections. Good gravy. He's got to get better at calling out those protections. And that will come with time. You know what I'm saying? It was his first year actually at center. He did us a solid by turning down more money. I believe the Jets offered him more money, but he decided to come back and stick with us, and we gave him a 4-year deal. I think we only paid him like $5 million a year or something like that.
Yep.
And it would have been nice for him, you know what I'm saying? Because he'd have been over there with Salah. There's some familiar faces there. I think their offensive coordinator was one of our previous coaches in some way, shape, or form. So, like, he would have been able to transition very easily for more money. But I think he just decided to stick here because he likes Kyle, he likes the system, and at the same time, he know he's gonna be a starter. He know ain't nobody gonna beat him out for that spot because that's his. So like how he progressed throughout the year, but don't like the penalties. Don't like the bad the bad protection that he had, that he's doled out. So he's got a couple things to work on, but guaranteed he's starting center. How do you feel about him?
Yeah, I definitely think something that kind of, especially early on, was like I just think the run blocking wasn't all that great. So I definitely think he has to improve on that aspect too in some ways. But like you said, I agree with the penalties. Luckily, he got better at that, and I just think he's been a journeyman. He's gonna
Mm,
this was his first year, starting in this
mm.
offense. So honestly, I mean, I think he's gonna get better. And remember, he was a Pro Bowl alternative, so um,
He was a Pro Bowl alternate. And I mean, with the way the Pro Bowl is right now, kind of makes it simple. You know what I'm saying? Dave, Dave says Brendan in the last quarter cleaned his play up. Must cut down penalties led NFL. Yeah, yeah, that's what I was saying earlier, man. It's crazy. But it kind of is what it is. We know he's the starter. So the next guy up on the list is going to be Spencer Burford. Now Burford once again he did split some time last year with Daniel Brunskill, but I do believe his body is perfectly in shape for him to be able to shoulder the load all on his own at that right guard spot. A lot of people thought that we might move him out to right tackle since that was his natural position before coming into the NFL. When he was at UTSA with his teammate, I believe it was Keith Ismail. So basically, for me, I just want him to keep improving, keep getting better. Love what he did last year. Love how he came along. He was a godsend. He helped out. I hope that he learned all he could from the Aaron Donald killer, aka Daniel Brunskill, aka Aaron Donald's daddy. Um, I've never seen somebody that great get punked by one person. Like there's some people like it's crazy. I liken that rivalry to Ty Law and Peyton Manning because I remember them asking Peyton in an interview, "Who did you hate to go up against as a defensive back?" And he said Ty Law. And Ty Law literally has the most picks of his career against Peyton Manning. So I just want to see Burford continue to just progress and get better. I have nothing negative to say about him. I mean, if you want to say, "Hey, well, he had to rotate in and out," honestly, I think that was just Kyle.
no.
Just rotating. Kyle and Forrester probably rotating, saying, "Hey, he's getting a little tired. Let's make sure we put Dan in." And they know that Brunskill is well aware of the offense, well aware of the plays. He knows exactly what he's supposed to do, and that was the reason why they kept him because he was a Swiss Army knife that you can't necessarily let go of. But how do you feel about Burford?
Yeah, I really like Spencer Burford. I mean, also just the work ethic he has too. It's just amazing. He's a humble guy. Um, I really think that, yeah, like him bulking up, um, is definitely gonna suit him well and improve. And I think fix a lot of those things that he did struggle with at times, and just being able to probably not have to rotate, hopefully this year, with John Feliciano. So I'm really excited for Spencer Burford, and I really think he's gonna have a, uh, you know, big year two leap.
I have to agree with you. So let's talk about it, man. Right tackle. Um, Mike McGlinchey left, and us 49er fans, majority of us were probably elated. There were some people that were probably a little sad. We all know Mike McGlinchey can run block, his pass blocking is suspect. He did improve. He looked a little bit better this year as far as his pass blocking went, but we knew we weren't going to be paying Mike McGlinchey the kind of money that he was going to fetch on the open market, strictly based on the fact that his pass blocking is subpar, and we don't feel that we need to pay you $17, $18 million a year for you to be great with run blocking, but shit with pass blocking. But shout out to Mike McGlinchey. He went to Denver, got paid, got broke off. Now he got to protect Mr. Wilson. But Colton McKivitz is now the guy. We re-signed him, gave him a 2-year deal. Forrester pretty much all but guaranteed him that the right tackle spot is his to lose. But the last time we had Colton McKivitz, at least last time I saw him, he was playing left tackle, backing up Trent Williams. Trent Williams even said a couple years ago in that NFC Championship game we unfortunately lost to the Lamb Chops that he probably should have let Colton go because Colton was better than him. He was basically kind of going off one ankle just based on the fact that he had come off of that high ankle sprain. If I'm not mistaken, I think that year we just have high ankle sprains was our injury of the year. Like everybody was getting them. So I hope he does well. I hope he continually improves. When he was at West Virginia, he did play all across the line several times, but his main spot honestly was left tackle, not right. And there's different responsibilities at left and right tackle. So hopefully he can pick it up and he can do what he needs to do to be able to solidify that spot and make sure we don't have anyone coming off the edge trying to tear our quarterbacks' heads off, or at least if they got to get to him, at least they're going to have some work. So. What do you think of Colton Kivitz?
Yeah, I personally liked him better at the left tackle spot when he did play. But again, clearly Chris Forrester. There's people that said the same thing about Banks, and look what he did. So I'm gonna just I'm just gonna take the without any doubt and say he'll probably be fine. He'll probably improve, but again, I think there's something Chris Forrester feels. Otherwise, the Niners definitely would have done something else. If that was the case, they probably would have drafted someone. So, um, I know the fan base feels up and down about him, but I think he'll probably be better than what we think. So hopefully that's the case, though.
I hope so too, man. You see Beto in the chat with the bullshit again. Gotta love Beto. Guy is hilarious, man. And if anybody out there watching, man, if you've never seen Beto's actual story on what he's been through, very, very heartwarming, very, very touching. That dude's been through a lot in life to get where he is, and I commend him for fighting through all of it. What I'm saying? He had a very rough go, but I encourage you, man, get over to his channel, pay attention to it. It's good. Joey in the building. Oh, here we go with more bullshit. You already know Joey coming with the jokes. He is not giving a fuck. So we only got two people to really talk about, and then we'll end it off with figuring out who's staying, who's fucking going. Because we got to get some of these guys to fuck out of here. All right? That's what we'll call it. Fuck out of here. That'll be the segment. Next guy is Aaron Banks. I was very impressed. I was very happy. I was actually very, very elated to see that he could come out. Corey Davis, what's going on, man? Shout out to Corey too. So basically, media. Bashar said that Beto's our 49er father. Yeah, it's just like those shits on Instagram, man, where somebody runs into something and then they say the little rosary in Latin. It's hilarious. You gotta find it. But not gonna lie to you, I love what he did. Very surprised by his play this year and how he did exactly what he was supposed to do. I just want him to continue on that same path, continue to get better. And I love him as a dude who interviews because he just doesn't give a fuck. He cares nothing about how you feel. He up there straight face. He why the fuck do I gotta be in this goddamn interview? That's what his body language gives off is I don't really want to be here and talk to you motherfuckers. I'm a quiet individual unto myself. I don't know why I have to be up here, but ask you dumbass questions and I'll tell you what the fuck you want to hear. That's literally what his whole body language and his whole aura gives off anytime you see that dude in an interview. Because it's just some people just don't care for the media. And some people just aren't charismatic enough to get in front of a camera and do the things that they would need to do. To be honest with you, I remember watching a thing really quick, sidebar, Clinton Portis. Remember back in the day when he used to do all those little characters? That started as a joke. He did that just as a one-time thing. But fans and people around him kept encouraging him to do it and to create more characters. So he just kept rolling with it. And it worked. It brings a spotlight to you. It brings a spotlight to the team. People literally will start watching your squad just to see what you do and what you do after the game. But love Aaron Banks. Love what he did. He was good. He was good with both pass and run blocking. I just want to see continual improvement and continue to see him get better. How do you feel about Mr. Banks?
Yeah, I really, really liked Aaron Banks. And I will say I'm one of the people that said, I think we're going to be fine with him, taking over Laken Tomlinson's spot. And what did he do? He was just that people just don't understand, your body coming from college into the NFL is totally different.
Yes.
It was not that he didn't have the talent. It was clearly that he was not. He just didn't have the body for it. So the 49ers weren't just going to put him out there for the sake of it, right? You're not going to take out Lakin Thompson either. So I really, really like Aaron Banks. I'm really happy to see that, the pass protection. This was, I think, the best year like that we've seen the pass protection. And so Aaron Banks, I mean, I expect him to just continue to, grow, and I expect him to be a Pro Bowler
Ooh,
in the
okay.
near future. So
I agree with you on that. I do expect him to be a Pro Bowler because there's not very many left guards in the league that can, do what he does. And learning and understanding Kyle Shanahan's complicated system is definitely a task in and of itself. No need to really even talk about Trent Williams. We all know who the fuck this guy is. We all know that we love him. We all know he's going to continue to be great, whether he's putting the leg forward or putting the leg back. And we all know how that was. And hey, really, really quick. Anybody that gave Jesse shit for that, you can kiss my ass. All right? The dude pointed some shit out. It is what the fuck it is. David Lombardi, you dick riding Jimmy Garoppolo lover. You can kiss my ass too with telling him that, trying to talk shit to him and everything. Don't come for somebody when they're just stating a fact. At the end of the day, he did not put out false information. Is it a situation where whether Trent does what he does and does tip the play and he still makes it? Okay, that's fine. But at the end of the day, yeah, that's a little scary to us as fans because we're like, what the fuck? We don't know. We're not sure. And if somebody watches that, sees it, and then goes, hey, coach, man, when, Trent put his leg back, they pass, and Trent put his foot forward, they running, those are tells that are already almost all but known across the league. Everybody knows a tell about someone in some way, shape, or form. If you are a player, that is your job to understand what somebody's tell is. So, I'll give you a prime example. Years ago, Darrelle Reeves used to do an interview, and Chad Ochocinco was one of the guys who was interviewing. You say all the time, "How the fuck did you always give me the business? Like you worked me, and I don't fucking understand it." So he was like, "While I was playing the game, I never revealed my secrets." He said, "But you specifically," he said, "you had to tell." He was like, "What was he?" He said, "When you were getting the ball, you tugged on your right glove twice." He's like, "How the fuck did you use?" Like, it's all simple. It's just film study. It could be the way somebody lines up their foot, or whether they put their hands, on this. What the fuck? I don't even understand where that came from. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, tells are tells. People will know there's certain things. Hell, there's quarterbacks. You hit a certain way, your shoulder goes this way. Like it's just learning and understanding the subtle nuances of another player and what they do when the ball is either coming their way or what it means for how they line up. Now, once again, yes, we run the same play 10 different ways. So you're never going to know which way it's coming at you. You're just going to know it's happening. But either way, man, Trent Williams, Silverback, best left tackle in football. No one is better. I anticipate he will continue to be great. Now, one thing that I will say on Trent Williams is I'm a little scared this year. I'm a little afraid that if we don't finish the job, Trent walks away. I'm afraid that if we do finish the job, Trent walks away. And the reason being is because, yes, he just got a very, very massive contract. And there's a lot of money he would be leaving. But it's a lot of wear and tear on your body every year in and year out to keep doing the shit. And the other reason that I feel that way is because there's been 2 times that nigga done retired on me in Madden, and it pisses me off. He literally we were 6-0, and he quit on me. I was like, who the fuck am I gonna put in left tackle? Like I just had to just go out there looking free agency and find a random motherfucker. But that's probably my biggest thing. It's a situation of you love him, you know what he can do, you know he's the best at what he does, but you see him kind of teetering here on retirement. And honestly, the more you play and the less you actually win, it hurts you. People don't think that winning and losing bothers people. The only people it doesn't he doesn't bother is people who are used to losing and don't mind making money. You don't believe me? Ask Steven Jackson of the Rams. Remember him? He was a beast. That motherfucker could run the shit out of the ball. But when he was in St. Louis, he didn't win shit. Jeff Fisher was there. They didn't win a fucking thing. And then when he left, had the nerve to get on national television and say he got tired of losing when he went to Atlanta. No, they just didn't want to pay your ass no more. You made all that motherfucking money. Because Steven Jackson got in before the new CBA. So when he came out of college, he had a ridiculously awesome deal. Then he backed that up with another ridiculously awesome deal. But then after that, by the time that deal was then done, tread was all ran off the fucking tires. At this point, you're starting to see wires when you drive. It kind of sparks on the road a little bit. You're not necessarily sure how far you're going to make it. That shit's worn so bad, you start to literally, see the cloth and everything in the tire. And then at some point, the tire just blows out. It goes flat, and you hope and pray that you don't fucking drive off the damn freeway. But either way, what do you think?
What are you saying, bro?
He all over the place right now. But what do you got on the Silverback?
Yeah, I mean, there's not really much to say. I mean, he's the greatest left tackle ever. And like you said, yeah, the only thing is like,
I just saw that comment. That's why I made that face. Like, God damn.
Yeah.
And first before you start.
Yeah.
Joe, you just set yourself up. Usually you get me. Joey is the king when it comes to this shit, man.
I always
even Bashar just said, "What the fuck?" Let me say, first of all, Joey, you ready? You ready to grab the Silverbacks nutsack? That's what we do.
Joey,
you're ready to grab it? You actually go up to him, grab his balls, and say, "Don't go nowhere, motherfucker." That is a very large individual. First of all, I'm not grabbing the dude's balls. That's just not me. No disrespect to anybody who does. That's your thing. You have fun with it. I'm a straight heterosexual man, bro. I ain't grabbing no dude by the balls unless I'm trying to kill that motherfucker. Okay? It's the only reason that's going to happen. I'm trying to kill somebody because you did something you ain't supposed to do. And we as men all know, you get kicked in the nuts, it hurts like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, okay. He's all right. What do you got on Trent Williams media? I'm speechless with, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Chat aside,
yeah.
Let me just
chat aside. Oh shit. All right.
Anyways, I mean, Trent Williams, like I definitely get what you're saying, Dion, because it's like, at what point, football takes a big toll on your body. Mm-hmm. Even if you win or lose, like you said, it doesn't matter. Like, you've been playing for so long. I definitely see Trent Williams. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he retires after this season or even next season. So I definitely 100% agree with you. It's just about how long is he going to be playing football for. That's the only thing, because, again, we all know Trent Williams is the best left tackle of all time, and there's nothing negative to say to say about him. So,
I mean, you got to think about it like this. We went from Joe Staley to Trent Williams.
Yeah.
You know how hard that is? Like, so shout out Noriega. Noriega from Drink Champs. Noriega from just rapping in general. But he when he says something and he's really enthusiastic about it, or somebody says something, he's like, "That's hard. That's hard." Like, that's Trent Williams is that dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's that guy, and you love him. You already know what you got in him, and you never want him to leave. Bashar said he got 2 more years. You know what I'm saying? He said I asked Joey because he will eventually let go. 49. Oh my God. Here we go with the shit. Media this is
why I hate Beto. This is why I hate
bullshit, don't he?
This is why I can't stand both.
It would be worse if he actually jumped on right now, man. But you lucked out, man. His voice is tired, man. A 2-hour stream.
He'd be using his little squiggly voice, like
that shit is hilarious, though. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it is.
But I give Bashar and David I kind of agree with you. Probably about 2 more
Yeah.
years. I don't think he plays the full contract
Yeah.
out. Because you got to think about it too. Like we live in a time where these players are taught to be smarter with their money, and they know what to do. Versus back in the day, like you didn't have a rookie symposium that told you about financial advisors and had former players come and talk to all kinds of like there's so many outlets that they have access to. You can't wind up broke in the motherfucker out just if you wash out the league. You shouldn't. It happens, but it shouldn't. You should be able to take some of that money, flip it, turn it into a business, do something, figure out an easy way to be able to get it. But oh, whoa.
I will say though, real quick, Dion. Also,
Kells Chronicles in the building. Yee!
what's up?
I gotta hit him up for that, man. What's going on with him?
The nice thing though with the 49ers is even if he does hang his cleats up, they're actually gonna be fine because they have a out after the season. Because remember, it was a 6-year deal, but
Oh
it
yeah,
essentially
you're
was
right.
kind of like two deals in one. So the nice thing is, yeah, obviously money wise it makes a lot of sense. Like it's gonna be nice for them because they could just get out of it after this year. But obviously production wise,
Yeah,
it hurts them.
yeah, it's gonna kill us because don't get me wrong, man. Going from Joe to Trent was fantastic, but I don't think we're gonna go from Trent to another fucking superstar left tackle like that. It's not gonna work out that easily. We will have to find someone to eventually replace him. But I think the same thing that happened with Joe is going to happen with Trent, where he'll talk to the organization. They'll keep it on the low. None of us will know. And then randomly you'll see us transitioning someone into that left tackle spot, and you'll see him eventually go. Because we all had an idea that Joe was going to retire, but that's only because he'd been here so long. And I mean, fuck, it's tiring, you know what I'm saying? And what I'm saying? Shout out Joe Staley, man, for getting himself in shape, getting right. Because Joe Staley was a tight end, and when he got to Central Michigan, that's when they converted him into offensive lineman, and they turned him into a left tackle. But either way, that's what it is. So we're gonna do this real quick, man. We can call this this segment "Get the fuck out of here." All right, and you gotta say that for me, media. You gotta make sure you put on your New York side of the voice of the world, man. You get the fuck out of here. So I'm gonna give you some names, and we're gonna see if these guys are staying. So our starters are off limits on this one because it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. We all know that Colton McKivitz, Spencer Burford, Trent Williams, Aaron Banks, and Jake Brendel are here to stay. They are the starters, basically. So we'll start at the bottom. Corey Luciano. For me, the fuck out of here. I don't see him saying.
Get the fuck out of here.
There it is. All right, Corey Luciano, goodbye. You are a camp body. What he say? He said when the Silverback come, it's gonna be a gang of shit. Yeah, man, it's definitely gonna be crazy. All right, so Joey Fisher, for me, fuck out of here.
Yeah, he has the upside, and I think they could probably develop him, but he's not making the roster, so the fuck out of here.
There it is. Elm Manning. Sorry, immediately off your name. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. First of all, there's no disrespect to people. I'm a stickler for names, and I say this very well, and I can state this. Because I'm black. We come with some of the weirdest motherfucking names on the planet. I hear shit, and I'm like, who the fuck named you this? And why did they think this shit was dope? It doesn't make no motherfucking sense. Like some people and it hurts because a lot of it comes from the South. I'm just going to put it out there. Fuck it. A lot of it comes from the South. Southern people name their kids the most weird and fucked up shit. I don't know why. You rarely you meet somebody from the South with a regular fucking name. It's always something unique in some way. Now, sometimes these names work out, and sometimes they don't fucking work out. But Elm, get the fuck out of here just based off of your name, son. Like, you gotta go.
Yeah, it's funny because when I saw that, like, he was an undoubted guy, I was like, is his name start with an I or an L? Like,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here.
Exactly. Like, this is what I'm saying. Oh no, bro! Don't put me on Key and Peele. I'm crazy. The only thing I'm not doing is I'm not putting on the wig. I'm not dressing like a girl or none of that. That's if people are comfortable doing that, more power to you. For me, the way I grew up, the way my morals are set up, yeah, can't do that. Mom's to flip the fuck out. Okay. Um, but going on Key and Peele to do comedy, oh fuck, please, bro. That's not even a thought. If they came to me with the idea, I would definitely love it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the Dave Chappelle rule. Yeah. There's things you do and don't do in comedy and acting, and one of them for me is I'm not putting on a dress. But Dave Chappelle can never say he didn't put on a dress, because if you ever watch Robin Hood Men in Tights, put on a dress. Very early in his career, but he did. Now he didn't necessarily really truthfully act like a woman, but he was in a dress. So let's see here. Oh wait, what is going on? He said, I don't know. I think media starts brainstorming on a desperate savage type and start talking folks out. Never underestimate the underdog. Okay. I feel you. But let's see here. Oh, well, I need you to slow your roll, Beto. That is blasphemous.
Whoa,
Don't you say things like that. Never. Okay. You want somebody from the quarterback room to get the fuck out of here? Send that bum Brendan Allen back where he came from. Okay. I'm sorry.
I swear when we signed him, bro, I thought it was the cornerback that we signed
that one that fucked up. Yeah, man, we remember that dumbass. Oh God, he got cooked. He got barbecue fucking baked when he came in for us. That was a dude who used to play for the Dolphins.
The Steelers.
And yeah, he got himself just murdered, and we never saw from his ass again. That's almost as bad as Drake Kirkpatrick. We still trying to find his soul. You know, Benjamin took that motherfucker and he ain't gave it back. He Shang Shung that motherfucker. He was like, "Your soul is mine." Shit was crazy. I probably shouldn't have done that because I know Joey's gonna turn me into a fucking meme. It's always gonna happen, but it is what it is. I mean, there's been a lot of hype. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, Brendan Allen, he's completing every pass, he's doing this, he's doing that." This motherfucker's playing against
OTAs,
nobody.
people. It's
OTAs. Who the fuck is he playing against? There's no one there. Now, if Brendan Allen gets into camp and randomly somehow some God-given way for him finds his way into the starting lineup, and he starts diving up our defense, the real defense, in practice, then yeah, I can give him a little bit of love. But you're playing against nobody, bro. No. Like, you're playing against the backup of the backup of the backup. Sorry, I can't give you that kind of love. But either way, he could. Oh, Joey out here with the bullshit, bro. Y'all better stop fucking with media, man. Don't have this dude leave my damn stream because y'all out here fucking with media, all right? We try to finish the segment up, but the shit is funny. Oh, my God. So, Alfredo Gutierrez, practice squad guy, you know? He's a practice squad guy. That's who the fuck he is. He won't be getting the fuck out of here, but he'll be sitting on the practice squad. I don't see them using him.
Okay, yeah. With him, yeah, he's gonna be a practice squad guy. I'm not gonna say get the fuck out of here either, but he's gonna be a practice squad guy.
I got it. So we got Keith Ismail.
Get the fuck out of here.
I gotta agree. Get the fuck out of here. Keith Ismail, I don't really see him making the squad, doing much of anything. Just there's not enough there. Now, Jason Poe, practice squad. Yeah, he's a guy. We'll call Jason Poe. He's gonna be a guy. He's a guy. I'll give Jason Poe practice squad. What say you, sir?
This one's tough, honestly, because I know I said earlier. Yeah, I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say get the fuck out of here because I think he doesn't really deserve that at all. But yeah, practice squad.
Yeah. Nick Zakel, practice squad guy. Practice squad guy trying to push for a viable starting spot, but practice squad guy. I don't see him. I don't see him unseating anyone this year.
Nick Zakel on the practice squad. Interesting. No, I
Yeah.
think he's making this team.
Oh, active roster.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I called him practice squad. Media says active fucking roster. I like it. All right. So Beto, more
Damn.
power to you, bro. More power to you, my guy. I will not be doing it. John Feliciano. I'm gonna say active roster.
Yeah.
Just the shit talking and the confidence. I fuck with it. I do. I'm gonna have to give him active roster.
Agree.
Leroy Watson, get the fuck out of here. I don't know who you are. I have no idea what's going on. But Brandon about to bring his ass in right at the end. Well, we could get his information on and get the fuck out of here. All right,
Get the
Brandon,
fuck out of
hurry. Well, get the fuck in here and hurry your ass up. So let's see here. Next guy up, Matt Pryor. I'm gonna say get the fuck out of here. Don't know, and I know he's a 6-year vet. I've heard of Matt Pryor. I know what he can do. He's actually not that bad, but I don't see him making the squad. I truthfully don't. I think the guys that we have in house, outside of Feliciano, are the guys that we're probably going to want to keep in here. So I'm gonna have to give Matt Pryor a get the fuck out of here. And 49er minded, Bashar believes he rolls with me on that one. What's he use, sir?
Well, I'm gonna continue like I said earlier, and I gotta make in the roster.
Oh, okay. All right. Matt Pryor, you are a 49er, according to 49er Media.
Brandon, the links in the chat.
Yeah, it's in the other chat. Yeah,
Podcast.
it's in the Twitter chat. Just go in there.
Some throwback.
Yep. What's going on, throwback? Oh my guy, man. So it pains me to say this, but I'm gonna have to say it. Jalen Moore, the fuck out of here. I think it's a wrap, bro. I think he gets cut. He doesn't make practice squad. I think he's like officially done. Like there's nothing he can do to make this squad. I think that's pretty much it for him.
Yeah, I mean when backups are in, he didn't have to play at all. And also, if Chris Forrester can't do anything with them, I just don't expect anything else happen with them. So get the fuck off out of here.
There we go. So we've got a couple people making the squad. So we've got our starters. We got our 5 starters. We got our line. But between me and Media, I have given Jason Poe, Nick Sakel, and John Feliciano some backup spots on the squad. Media has said that he thinks that Matt Pryor makes the squad. I believe you were in with me on Feliciano, Jason Poe, and Nick Sakel. And I think you had one other person. I can't remember.
No, I was saying Jason Poe kind of hard.
Oh, yeah. No. You were saying
but
you won't.
I think ultimately he actually won't.
All right. So we got B-Dubs in the building.
Also, the next person I'm getting the fuck out of here on the roster is Brandon.
Damn, that's messed up, bro. He just came in. He said he just walked in here. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Wow. Beto is really on the bullshit tonight. You got to tell him, man. The ladies, you know what, man? You got to tell him, man. The ladies love it. Fuck that. When I was a kid, man, they gonna get you on the Mario thing again.
What you do?
Yeah. When I was a kid, I hated that shit, man. My aunt used to do it to me all the fucking time. All right, so we just did a segment called "Get the Fuck Out of Here." So we were talking about some offensive linemen, and we're just basically giving a "Get the fuck out of here" to guys who we don't think will make the squad, practice squad to guys who we think make practice squad, and the starters are pretty much out of this conversation because they're the fucking starters, and we all know this. So I'm gonna go over some names, and you just tell me. You don't even have to get in depth if you don't want to.
All right.
Corey Luciano.
All right, I'm gonna start off nice and simple, and bring out my Sicilian in me. All right, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, see, look at that. He just gave you an offer you couldn't fucking refuse, right? Right. All right. Joey Fisher, possibly related to Amy Fisher, that broad.
Oh, that fucking broad? No,
That
get
broad
the
over
fuck
there,
outta here,
yeah.
man.
Oh, there
Get
it
the
is.
fuck outta
Joey,
here.
Joey, get the fuck out of here. You, Joey Buttafuoco, all you
You
motherfuckers. Get out of here.
motherfucker.
Better get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
All right. So, I don't know who the fuck this dude is. Ilm Man.
Get the fuck out of here.
Automatic, right? Nobody knows who the fuck this dude is. Like, who the fuck comes up with a name like Ilm? Like, what are you doing? So,
Like
oh
I
my
said,
God.
bro, I didn't know if his name started with a fucking L or I when I saw that shit, bro.
Yeah. Yo, crazy. Yo, he said he met Joey Buttafuoco in Vegas, made him sign his dollar bill.
Hey, no, you didn't, you fucking liar.
Hey, that's some funny ass shit, man. Hey, yo, if you really made him sign $1, you just making him sign what he's worth, because that's about all he's got. But that's some hilarious shit, man. All right, so Alfredo Gutierrez.
I want you to bring him onto the active roster. We're gonna see him how to play. We're gonna give him a chance this season. The fucking
Right,
year,
so
you know?
so Brandon down here says promote the fucking guy already. All right, he's been sitting there for 2-3 fucking years. We don't even know who he is. Put him on the fucking field, man. Let him play some fucking down. Let's see what we got.
I want to see his ass play some fucking perform. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Bull rush a motherfucker, all right? Fuck, do something. All right, Brandon says bring him onto the fucking squad. All right, next guy up, some guy named Keith fucking Ishmael. Who the fuck is this schmuck?
Who the fuck is this schmuck? I don't know who the fuck this is. So get the fuck out of here, you motherfucker.
All right, Keith Ishmael, you gotta fucking go, all right? All right, next guy
Dion,
we got.
you gotta
we all
chop this up. Dion, you gotta chop
Oh yeah,
this
bro,
up.
I got you. I gotta finally
Hey,
chop this shit up. I
get
do.
the fuck out of here, segment.
It's going. I'm telling you, that's gonna be a new segment. That's gonna be a new segment. It's gonna get the fuck out of here.
Okay?
And it's gonna be started off by Brandon doing that. The whole hand thing, like that shit was right. That's it works.
I fucking love it.
All right. So Nick Zakel, we all seem to be pretty partial to this guy. What say you, Brandon?
Just real quick, let's talk about what Joey Orlando said in the fucking chat. He said you're gonna get the fucking clip this motherfucker right now.
Right. See, you didn't understand a fucking word he said, but I understood everything. So you know what that fucking tells me? That tells me he's gonna make the fucking squad, all right? That's it.
Make the fucking squad.
Nick Zakel, all right? Zakel. That's how you say his fucking last name. Not Zakel, not all this other shit. It's Zakel.
Bro, what? People when they said Burt Buford and freaking like
Bro, they killed Spencer Beveritt. Oh my God, they murdered that man. I felt so bad. I did. I really felt bad.
Spencer Buford, okay?
Yeah. All right. So now we got this guy. See, look, here's another one of your fellow countrymen, John Feliciano. All right. So what say you?
About the Feliciano, huh?
Exactly.
Bring that motherfucker onto the squad.
Okay, he said, you know what? He said, Feliciano said, I'm talking a lot of fucking shit, but I'm going to back it up. There it is. Feliciano, you're here. Okay, last name gets you on the fucking squad, but that doesn't mean you're going to stay. You still got to perform.
We're going to need Brandon in all these episodes.
All right, so we got some guy named fucking Leroy Watson. It's like the blackest name ever. Leroy fucking Watson. This fucking guy. What say you, Brandon?
Man, I thought you were talking about Leroy fucking Jenkins, okay? Let's bring that motherfucker to the fucking goddamn curb. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Leroy Watson, get the fuck out of here, all right? Hit the Chick-fil-A if you want. Or matter of fact, go hit the fucking KFC, man. Get this from Church's fucking
Did you see what David said? Did you see what David McNiners?
Oh, shit. Damn. Let me see how out there thugging it like that. He said he's going to make him take a sleep with the fishes. I'm going to give you some fucking cement shoes, drop you in the fucking ocean, and that's how you're going to play. You're not going to be able to fucking move. All right?
Hey, I'm gonna shove my fucking chocolate up your fucking culo. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit, man. See, did you see how he took his Italian and then turned it into fucking Spanish? It's fucking amazing right there. This fucking guy.
Pause.
All right. So, next guy up on the list here, we got some guy named Matt fucking Pryor. He's been in the league for 6 fucking years.
I
49
don't wanna
minded
hear it,
Mr.
Brandon.
Bashar says he's a fucking piece of trash. So Brandon, what say you, man? What about this fucking, this Matt fucking Pryor over here?
Don't
Who
you
the
dare
fuck
do
is
it, Brandon.
Motherfucking Matt fucking Pryor. Yeah, fuck that motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Matt Pryor beat it. Kick fucking rocks, as they
Hey,
say.
I want
Fucking
you all to
rock.
keep the fucking receipts.
Then you
'Cause
got
I'm the only
motherfucking Beto talking shit in the fucking chat, like he always fucking does.
Yeah,
What
this
the
guy,
fuck?
but
Get
that's
the
it.
fuck out of here.
This is just what he does. You still gotta love the guy. He's a guy. He's a guy. That's
That
what he does.
motherfucking Bazan, it's gonna get something one day.
Hey man, everybody, let's just bring it down a notch. We don't need any problems, all right? Right. See, Kelch is in here. You say you're busting my fucking balls over
Hey,
here.
motherfucking Rich Kelts, let me see your face in here, man. We fucking miss you over here, okay?
Don't worry, man. Me and Rich are gonna, we're gonna get a show going eventually, But right now, let's get back to this list, man. So now we got this fucking guy right here.
Oh, dude.
Me and Media have already said he's fucking done. Jalen fucking Moore. This guy's been here for years. He still hasn't been able to prove shit.
I haven't seen that motherfucker in fucking years. Where the fuck he been? It's like he fucking Gus is in that fucking spot the past couple years. You know what I'm fucking saying? Man, fuck that motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here.
All right, Jalen Moore, get the fuck out of here. All
Dude,
right.
we need to make this voice of Brandon like a button.
Yeah. That's what we can do, man. That's exactly what we can do.
Oh, dude.
Hey, but you see Joey he called Beto the Podfather.
That was the fucking godfather, and I'm the motherfucking godfather. You know what I'm saying?
If it is, man. So you gotta fucking listen to him. This last name, all right? His last name, all right? It's that.
Hey.
But hey, appreciate everybody for coming through and hanging out with us, man. Watching this video. I will definitely chop up that fucking section of get the fuck out of here. I will make that shit a mainstay on the show. That is now a section. And like literally, I will no longer do that session if Brandon is not here. Brandon must be around for me to do that segment, because I could do it, but Brandon has it, man. He's got the Italian, the Sicilian in him and shit. So he's got the blood in him to be able to say it and make it come out right. So we'll definitely, me and Brandon will be linking up for lots of shows. And hey, man, oh yeah, exactly. Bashar, all of y'all, man, everybody, we can all have that, because that people out there, we do shit like that because we want to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, you're probably agreeing with us any damn way.
Joey
So-
says he's working out with the get the fuck out of here.
Hey, make it.
Do it, Joey.
Make it. Hey,
fucking
Do
do
it, Joey. Do
Hey,
it.
and have my
Let me
face
know
on
when
it.
you made it.
Have my
I
face
will
on it.
promote the shit out of it, bro. I love it.
You should say,
You know what
"Get
I'm
the
saying?
fuck out of here," and then on the back it should say like all the players.
Right? All the names on there.
All the names on there that say
Hey, that's
that
gonna
we
be
said,
hard.
"Get the fuck out."
Hey, that's dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Hey, definitely. I love it. I love it.
Hey, and just real quick before we head out, I am putting together another show
Okay.
within the next week.
All right.
So keep an eye out for Faithful Podcast coming out with another show, and all of us will be on it again.
Oh yeah, yeah. We definitely will be doing something.
Gotta
know
get
what
back
I'm
into it again, man.
Always follow Forever Faithful Podcast. Definitely follow my guy Media. That way, yeah, he's over there. That guy, and then right down there, that guy, right there. All right. So we are gonna get the fuck out of here, because we got shit to do. Media's probably got a bunch of fucking homework.
We're on vacation.
With his with his intelligent self, shout out to the University of Arizona. Fuck University of Arizona.
Wildcats, you.
Wildcats can get the fuck out of here, right?
Hey,
You said Lake
when
can
you
get the
say
fuck
wild-
out of here.
hey,
You all
First
got
of
no.
all, let's just run this back. So you a Wildcat, right? I'm a fucking bear. I'll just smack the shit out of you, and it means nothing.
Hey,
That's it.
mind you this, guys. Mind you this. When you say Wildcats, I just think of fucking High School Musical. So is your fucking High School Musical?
This fucking guy, this fucking dude,
This fucking
You know
guy,
Troy
man.
Bolton, bro?
this
Fucking joke.
fucking guy, get the
Hey,
fuck out of
fucking
here.
guy right here. I love it.
Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck outta here.
Hey, with that being said, man, we're going to end this show, man. Thank y'all for joining and coming and hanging out with us. Everybody have yourselves a wonderful, blessed evening. You know what I'm saying? We are going to get the fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
Get the fuck
Everybody
out.
stay faithful, stay blessed. Have a good evening.
Peace.